Hey guys, what's going on? It's been about 6 months since my last video. As you know, if you watched the last video, I haven't been doing a lot of hockey. I've moved out to Central West New South Wales. I got a job with the state government as an ecologist. It's what I studied at university. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving my new job. For those of you that don't know what an ecologist does, basically a biological scientist that has a look at the interactions between plants, animals, and the environment, how that all works with what humans want to do, and as well looking at how you can conserve and regenerate ecosystems that have been damaged by humans or by pests or by natural disasters and things like that. Anyway, where I am, I'm 5 hours from Newcastle and Sydney in the Central Coast. There are no rinks out here at all. The town that I live in is one of the biggest towns in the region, and there's 40,000 people that live here. So there isn't many people out here. There's definitely not enough people to support an ice hockey rink. So for me right now, ice hockey's on hold. It's been really tough seeing all my friends getting ready for the season. The first couple of games this weekend in the AHL, I've just been watching everybody. It's been great to see hockey back, and oh man, I'm missing it quite a bit. So last year I was teasing something in the works for this year. So I was basically planning on doing a weekly ice hockey show. Pretty much the thing that you have with any sport, end of the week, looking at what the games were on the weekend and then what's coming up the next week. But I've had to put that on hold as well. So I've got an incredible opportunity to do a PhD in ecological restoration through work and stay full-time working, which is just an insane opportunity that I can't say no to. So that's pretty much taken up all my spare time. I'm still working through my project brief and getting it all set up, but it's very likely it's going to go ahead. So I didn't want to start something and then have to end it, a couple of months in, because I've got to put all my spare time into doing a PhD. So unfortunately, for now, that is also on hold. But who knows, I have found time today to make a little video, and as well I've been watching all the games this weekend, so maybe I can rustle something up. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes during the year. But the main reason why I wanted to put this video out there is I've had a lot of questions from people over the last 6 months asking how I'm going, what's going on, what's happened to the PHL, where am I playing this year, all those kind of things. So I'm addressing them all in this video. First of all, where am I playing this year? So I'm not playing this year. Like, as I said, I'm 5 hours away from the closest rink. I don't have anywhere here to do any kind of on-ice training or anything like that. And with my personal life, work life, and now study life again, I really don't have the time to be, doing tons and tons of training to make sure I'm staying at that level. I had kind of toyed with the idea of maybe putting my name out there for like fly in, fly out emergency goalie stuff, just because, oh man, I'm missing hockey so much, but I haven't done any preparation for it. We've just been setting up our lives, in a new part of the world. So I think barring some extreme circumstance, I'm not going to hit the ice this year. Second thing, what's happened to the PHL? The PHL season didn't really get off to the start that it was planning on doing. A couple of teams weren't available for that first season. The season went ahead with 4 teams. I thought the level of it was fairly good for a first year, and for restricted player numbers, a lot of players coming from, like the secondary leagues up into a national league, all the organizations as well coming into managing teams on that level, as well the league managing a national competition for the first time, not coming into it with a massive experience base and not coming into it with massive amounts of investment or anything like that. There obviously was going to be a lot of teething issues. And at the end of the day, although I had a lot of fun playing, I'd say almost everybody in the league, everybody that watched it really enjoyed it. I don't think it really hit the benchmark that the league was wanting to. And I just don't think it really made the impact in the first season that it really needed to be able to go over to the next year, especially with the AHL having a bit of a restricted season last year and then going into a full season this year. For the PHL to survive, they really needed to take a hold of some players and really get them to buy in, bring them along for the ride, and get more teams in on the second year than the first year to try and expand it. And the final thing that brought down the PHL is they did not find major sponsors. If you watch an AHL broadcast, you'll see they've got a bunch of league sponsors, and they've got some really major sponsors like Air Canada. For whatever reason, the PHL wasn't able to secure any kind of sponsorship like that, and I think that probably led to a pretty tough financial situation for the league. Again, that's just a complete guess. Like, I've got no idea about that. But from a perspective comparing the AHL and the PHL, that's what it looks like to me. So there you have it, PHL, done and dusted, one season. You know, I had lots of fun playing it. I think pretty much everybody had fun playing it. People loved watching it. If you look at what the AHL was before the PHL and what the AHL is now, you'll see the impacts, the very real impacts that the PHL has had on Australian ice hockey. Obviously, that includes the introduction of a Brisbane and a Central Coast team back into the AHL. They included a player voice on the league commission, so they are going to have more player representation. And they've introduced other initiatives like developing the game, AHL directly going into rinks and helping developing new players, stuff like that. It's the shake-up that the league needed, I think, having something like the PHL banging on the front door saying, this has to be better, and I think that for all intents and purposes, it achieved that. I think the top level of men's ice hockey in Australia is better because of the PHL. Another aspect of this as well, the amount of young players that got exposure, got a full season of contact nationally representative ice hockey in for the PHL is absolutely awesome. The majority of those guys are now playing in the AHL. Just a couple of examples, Mackenzie Bolger, Dmitry Kuleshov playing for the Ice Dogs, both scored in their game last night. My goalie partner, Jace Polglaze, now playing for the Central Coast Rhinos. Kale Costa, heading to the CBR Brave. I think he's probably the best Australian-born player that I've ever played with or against. And he's going to absolutely light the league up this year. I can't wait to see what he can do on a really capable CBR Brave team. Anyway, guys, that does it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any other questions about the PHL or what I've got going on this year, make sure you're chucking them down in the comments. Would you guys be interested in something like a bi-weekly roundup of AHL action? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for the support you've given me in the last 12 months. I never thought I'd have as many people following this as what's actually happened, and how many people are keen to see what I've got going on in my life, and you know, if I'm still playing hockey and all those kind of things. I'm sorry that I can't bring you more hockey content right now. Let's see what happens. Never say never. Make sure you're chucking me a sub to keep up to date if I do bring anything else out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.